Hey, Carter Melrose. It's Marty Meyer.
It's nice to meet you, Marty.
I'm a ticket representative for the Chicago White Sox. I was wondering, would you be able to hold this for me for a second?
For sure. Thanks, Marty.
It's a tool we use in our business. We have this thing called Silly Putty tickets. You remember Silly Putty when you were a kid? You could shape it, you could mold it, to all different types of things. Well, we could shape and mold our tickets to your specific needs to help you increase your sales.
That sounds interesting. Tell me more about it.
For instance, how many local salespeople do you have here at your company?
We're kind of a small type of business, so we only have like three.
Three? Ah, awesome. That's a good number to have. How many key accounts does each salesperson have?
They have, each has around 5 important accounts each.
So you have 3 salespeople, about 5 accounts for each salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
What size is like an important account that you have?
You know, they can range. They're mostly on average around $1,000.
1,000? Nice. That's awesome, man. That's good business. How important is new business to you?
New business to me is everything, I suppose. But we also, it's very important to retain business.
Awesome. Do you have a strict plan that is designed to get new business every month?
Do we have a strict plan? I wouldn't say we have a strict plan, but we definitely have a plan.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. It's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business. By using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track. For example, the first step is to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. That wouldn't be difficult to you, would it?
It doesn't sound difficult in theory, you know. So, talk a little bit more about it.
Okay. Most of my clients have told me the key building new business for prospects is new salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of times to build that relationship, salespeople will use the out-of-office activity such as golf. I mean, that's your typical, golf is like oldie, but who cares about golf? I mean, honestly, who's even good at golf? Are you good at golf? Do you get frustrated when you're out there playing? And golf is too long. 18 holes, it gets long just to, get a sale? And what if you don't even get the sale?
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. That's a good point.
Some of my clients have told me their problem with golf is that some people just may not be good golfers, and it's most embarrassing to play than not. And it's pretty expensive too. Let's be honest. I mean, you're spending like $120 for just to play a bad 18 holes and get frustrated. However, by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to build these relationships and focus on new business, and you can keep track. Here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect who has been working for a little while. He says, "How about you joining me for a Chicago White Sox game next week? I've got the president's seats." This is not a situation of a salesperson just giving away the seats. It's a salesperson inviting them to go with them. Now the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving tickets away doesn't help build that relationship.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay.
How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our Chicago White Sox baseball games would be for building that relationship?
2 to 3 hours with a business prospect would definitely, if trained the right way, our employees would definitely be able to reel in some business, I believe.
Yeah. Other companies thought that too, but look, at one of our clients have enjoyed success with our tickets. You're exactly right. Look at how one of my clients have enjoyed success with our tickets. What could be better than taking a prospect to a game as if you in the seats of a president, or maybe a sales manager could go as well? Would you be willing to do that occasionally at the right time?
For the right account.
For the right account?
I definitely could see the plus side of it. I'm still mulling it over.
Yeah, of course. Would it be asking too much for one of your salesperson to spend just one evening a month with the key prospect at one of our games? You got to have a couple Chicago White Sox fans or baseball fans at least.
Okay, let me say this. One doesn't seem too bad, but I'm still borderline on the edge here.
I understand. Our season of about 6 months long. If each one of your salesperson just took one key prospect a month to one of our games, each salesperson would bring 6 new prospects a season. Of these 6 prospects, how many do you think would end up as customers?
Out of those numbers, I definitely could see maybe upwards of 2 accounts of being added per month, some 2 to 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 salesperson, your average account is about $1,000. With those 3 salesperson, on average, you could be making $3,000 extra just by joining us in this ticket sales. Join us. How does that sound? Do you see how I arrived at that number?
I definitely, yeah. As I saw your math, it was clear. There's just a lot that's going on within the office.
I understand. We've been talking about new business. We might also consider your existing clients. After all, your competitor may be out there trying to build the same relationships with your clients. Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client to strengthen that relationship and keep that client?
Now, here's something I could go for, since I'm a huge philosopher. My huge philosophy is retaining business, so that's definitely on the table.
That's awesome. To give each salesperson 1 game a month to take your prospect, you would need 3 games a month.
And that's easy enough.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense, for sure.
Awesome. Alright, you'd need a similar amount of games per month for your salespeople to existing clients. So you would also need 3 extra games a month. You need a total of 6 games a month. Now let's talk about it. Which type of the tickets would work best for you?
Which type of tickets? I see we're kind of a small business, like I've said. So they're not going to be great. They're not going to be box seats. They're going to be upper row kind of seats for sure.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, we got a perfect package for you. 500 level, the nicest seats in town. Right for you guys. Right for your clients. Right for your existing clients. Right for your future clients. And the cost to have a planned, controlled new business effort is really quite nominal for the return. For each one of your salespeople to take just 1 key prospect a month, current client a month, you would need 6 games per month or 18 games a season. How does that sound?
Just tell me a little of the pros and cons of doing this.
Yes, of course. All I see are pros here, though. $500 for a $3,000 return, a $2,500 profit, and you get to see the Chicago White Sox play a lot. I mean, what else? What is making you hesitate?
You know what? I think you did a great thing today. You came in and you were very transparent with me, and you seemed very honest about what you thought. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to say yes. I'm going to bypass some of the other employees, because I think they're going to love it.
Awesome. Let's finish this off. Do you guys have a company credit card?
We do.
Awesome.
And
let's finish it.
I'll get it right to you.
Awesome, Mr. Melrose. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's nice to see you, Marty.
Yep.
Marty, Carter Melrose, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Carter. Take a seat.
So I am a sales associate for the Red Sox, and I'm here to talk to you
a bit about what I can offer you. So the first thing is, will you hold this baseball for me?
I guess. Sure.
Yeah, it's a technique we use in our business, and it's a nice way to feel what we're talking about. So we have a thing that we call silly putty tickets. Remember silly putty? You can shape it, stretch it, mold it. Well, we can shape and mold our tickets to specify your needs to help you increase your sales. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty well to me.
Perfect. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have?
We have 4 local salespeople here.
4 local salespeople. How many key accounts does each salesperson have?
I would say they have about 6 on average.
6 on average. Okay. What size approximately is an important account?
An important account to me is about $10,000.
$10,000. How important is new business to your salespeople?
New business is very important to us because they know that they get benefits for their new business.
For sure. Do you have a strict plan that is designated to get new business every month?
I wouldn't say I have a strict plan, but like I said, they get benefits, so I think that's what drives them.
Okay. I understand that that you have these benefits that may or may not put some fire under your employees. However, it's sometimes tough to get your salespeople focused on new business. By using our silly putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new businesses, and you can keep track. For example, the first step is to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. Would that be difficult, you think?
You know what? That doesn't sound too difficult.
Yeah, perfect. So let me explain a little bit more. So most of my clients have told me that the key to building business from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of times, to build that relationship, salespeople will use an out-of-the-office activity like golf or lunches, but these things, to me, are not as memorable. For instance, golf, not a lot of people are great at golf. So if you invite them, it'd be embarrassing maybe to them. Lunches, you don't really remember what you're eating all the time. So, I mean, can you even tell me what you ate for lunch, Marty?
Shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and that's the biggest problem with lunches. So, how it's going to work is the salesperson will call a prospect who has been working on for a little while. He says, "How about joining me for a Red Sox game next week? I've got the president's seats." This is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with him. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away does not help build this relationship. That's the biggest thing. How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our Red Sox games would be for building a relationship?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
Other companies thought that too, but look at how one of our clients have enjoyed success with our tickets. Let me explain one situation where we have had a large company, a small company, both do well within our parameters. One company had 10 employees, and they brought, in these 2 to 3 hours at these games, helped them have a revenue of more than $15,000 that year. Another situation with a large company, they had over 500 employees. It was a huge profit.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's very incredible how it can work to your benefit if you were able to do it. So, would it be asking too much of your salespeople to spend just one evening a month with a key prospect at one of our games?
I don't think that's asking too much. It sounds fun.
Yeah, our seasons is about 6 months long. Each one of your salesperson just took one key prospect a month to one of our games. Each salesperson would bring in, let me just do this math, 6 new prospects a season. How would that sound?
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so, do you have any objections or?
I don't know. I just don't know how my partner would feel about it. I don't know. I just don't know. It's a lot of money, I bet.
I understand. I know. Let me just explain how this would affect your company. If each salesperson converted just one prospect to become a new customer, that would be, let me do it, $60,000 for each salesman with, hold on, okay, yes, with the 6 salesmen, that would be around $60,000 in new business. How does that sound?
That sounds incredible.
Yeah,
$60,000 is a lot of money.
Do you see how I arrived at that number?
Yeah, I see how you arrived at it.
Okay, all right. So if anything else, I think you're ready to take this step. What do you think?
What type of seating would I be getting? I don't know if I'm gonna get some crappy seats or what's going on.
Well, we would be able to get you the best seats in the house. If you were able to afford these seats, we're going to get you the seats that you want.
I guess, but that might cost too much.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we've had a tough year, cut some budgets, so I have to be smart on expenses.
I can understand that. I really can. Think about it this way. You said to yourself that you thought you could generate $60,000 in new business for a pretty reasonable cost of $10,000. That sounds like a pretty smart move on your part. And at the end of the day, businesses are retaining business and making new business. And if you can cover the first one, the second one we can help with.
That sounds good and all, but I don't know how much of my clients are really baseball fans, to be honest.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit farther? What do you...
come on, baseball's getting a little... it's pretty boring. I love baseball, but... other people, I don't know if they have the love for it as much.
Okay, that makes sense to think about your clients. Let's really think about this, though. This program really is designed to get new business. You said earlier that our games would be an effective place to build relationships, right?
Yeah, I did say that.
Well, prospects might not be fans of our team, but most like to see the biggest stars of the league at some of our biggest and best sold-out games. This works for getting new business, and it will work for most of your clients. I can take your order right now and get this new business program going.
You know what? You guys do have some incredible stars out there at Boston. You guys just got Chris Sale. Mookie Betts is incredible.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Do you have a company credit card that we can put this on?
Yep. You know what? Janet in the office will get you it. Let's finish this off.
That's perfect.
It was nice meeting you, Carter.
Thank you
nice
for meeting with me.